Good evening and welcome to Pioneer Women's Varsity Ice Hockey live from Vets Ice Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Tonight, the Pioneer women face Mercy, one of the best teams in the Women's League. We're waiting for the appearance of the teams. The ice has just been resurfaced. We'll be back with puck drop. Again, good evening and welcome to Arbor Broadcasting's broadcast of tonight's Pioneer Women's Varsity Ice Hockey game versus Mercy. Mercy has just gotten onto the ice. Goals are in place. We haven't seen the Ann Arbor ladies yet, but they're on their way. 5 minutes up on the board, and here come our team. So just hang in there. We'll be back with puck drop. Okay, cleaning up on the ice. We're getting ready for puck drop. Both teams are gathering up all their pucks. 15 minutes up on the board. And this is Arbor Broadcasting bringing you Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey from Vets Ice Arena in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Getting ready for introductions. Both teams. Faith Latham, number 22 for Mercy. Number 10, Maddie Morgan. Number 14, Holden Folkson. And number 25, Elsie Brown. Number 26, Sarah Naragon. And in goal, number 28, Dara Rorick. And now your Pioneers. Number 14, Ava Drabeck. Number 8, Mila Altsman. Number 16, Piper Campbell. Number 11, Gabby Prince. And number 9, Natalie Millman. And in goal, number 00, Madeline Grand, and the rest of the Pioneers. Okay, 15 minutes up on the board. Each of the teams gathering around their coaches. And we're getting ready for puck drop. And as the teams skate out, to take the face-off, we have Piper Campbell. And back to Mercy, grabbed by the Pioneers. And here comes Natalie Millman. And a shot. And up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off to the right of the Mercy goalkeeper. 14:47 left on the clock. And a shot and a save by the Mercy goalkeeper. And a shot by Natalie Millman. And she takes it around the back of the goal. And a shot the length of the ice and covered up by Grand. The face-off will be to Grand's left. Both teams changing lines. 14:19 left on the clock. Olivia Andronopoulos should take the face-off. The Pioneers have got it, but Mercy takes a shot. Grand saves. $14:12 left on the clock. And another shot and another save by Grand. And here come the Pioneers. Around behind the Mercy goal. Held in by Pioneer. And a shot wide to the left. Still held in by the Pioneers in the Mercy end. And now, and stolen away by Ava Drayback. Back in the Pioneer end, gathered up by Portinga into the Mercy goal end. Around behind the goal. 13:02 left on the clock. And it squirts out into neutral zone and into the Pioneer end. And a shot on goal and a save by Grand again. Battle for it at the far boards at the blue line. And here come the Pioneers, but stolen away. $12:24 left on the clock. Score is 0-0. And a shot by Mercy, deflected. Here comes Portinga over the blue line, and a shot just wide. And a shot by Piper Campbell, saved by Rorick. Piper Campbell to take the face-off for the Pioneers. $11:42 left in the first. 0-0 is our score. Grabbed by Millman. And a shot and a save by Rorick. Around behind. Held in, squirts out into the Pioneer zone. Icing waved off. Gathered up by Millman. Into the neutral zone. Stolen away. And a shot blocked. And a fight for it on the boards. In the far boards in the corner. Millman comes away with it. She gathers it up. Here comes Natalie Millman. And a give and a go and a shot and a save by Rorick. $10:18 left. Olivia Andronopoulos in to take the face-off. And held in by Pioneer by Drabeck. Shot out front, squirted out into the neutral zone. Drabeck has it. Around behind the goal. 9:55 left in the first. Drabeck holds it in. Squirted out into the neutral zone. Here comes the Mercy. A shot and a save. Gathered up by Campbell. And a shot. And a scrum out in front of the goal, covered up by Rorick. 9:05 left in the first. And we have a penalty shot at 9:05. Natalie Millman is going to take the penalty shot. Our score is 0-0. Natalie getting ready. And she scores. Natalie Millman on a penalty shot. Oh. And now we, at 9:05, Pioneer is up by 1. Natalie Millman on a penalty shot. Piper Campbell to take the face-off. The Pioneers get it and back into the Mercy zone. And again, Millman gathered up by Campbell. A scrum in front of the goal. And squirts out into the neutral zone. 8:28 left in the first. Pioneer 1, Mercy 0. Natalie Millman brings it down. Shot and a save. No, she scored. It squirted through. So at 8:16. .807 left. Pioneer 2, Mercy 0. Gathered up by Drabeck behind the goal. In front and kicked away. And we will have icing. 7:44 left. Pioneer 2. Mercy 0. Face-off to Grand's left in the near face-off circle. Olivia Andronopoulos to take the face-off. And a whistle. And we have offsides. Face-off just outside the Mercy zone. Olivia Andronopoulos to take the face-off. .732 left. Grabbed by Olivia Andronopoulos into the Mercy zone. And a shot and a save. And around behind. And here comes Mercy. Into the Pioneer zone. 7:07 left. Grabbed by Ava Drabeck. And Portinga kicks it into the Mercy zone. Around behind. Flynn takes a shot. It was deflected. Gathered up by Olivia Andronopoulos to Natalie Millman. Brings it down. Millman takes a shot and a save. 6:21 left in the first. Another shot by Olivia Andronopoulos. No, that was by Drabeck. My apologies. Piper Campbell. And covered up by Rorick. Face off to Rorick's right. In to take the face off for the Pioneers. Piper Campbell. 5:54 left. Pioneer 2. Mercy 0. Piper Campbell. And it squirts out into the neutral zone, being chased by Piper Campbell. She grabs it. Millman picks it up. And back into the Pioneer zone. 5:26 left in the first. Pioneer 2, Mercy 0, behind the Mercy's goal. Squirts back out in the neutral zone. Here comes Mercy. And a save by Grand. Olivia Andronopoulos takes it in. Tries for a centering pass. A centering pass almost off the post. And a scrum in front of the goal, and it's a goal. So at 4:37, Pioneer goal. Scored by number 22, Corey Flynn. .437 left. Pioneer 3, Mercy 0. Olivia Andronopoulos takes the faceoff, grabs the puck. Corey Flynn into the Mercy zone. And a delayed penalty. Tripping is the call. 4:22. Number 10, Maddie Morgan. 2 minutes for tripping. And Natalie Millman managed fantastic save, but she gets a penalty for hooking. So 4:12. So 4-on-4 hockey at 4:12. A minute 50 of 4-on-4 hockey. Piper Campbell takes the face-off. Through the crease, gathered up by Pioneer. And jumped on by Piper Campbell. A shot point blank and a save by Rorick. .345 with 1:22 left in the penalty. 4-on-4 hockey. And back into the, and we have icing. So 59 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Pioneer 3. At 3:21 left in the first. Olivia Andronopoulos in to take the face-off. Face-off to the left of Grand. Andronopoulos over to Flynn. Flynn gains the zone. And a shot and a save by Rorick. Grabbed by Mercy. And a shot and a save by Grand. And Grand covers it up. Face-off will be to Grand's right. 34 seconds left in 4-on-4. Face-off by Olivia. And a shot just wide. And covered up again by Grand. 24 seconds left, 2:40 left in the period. Piper Campbell in to take the face-off. Pioneer gets the face-off behind the goal. Held in by Mercy. 8 seconds, 6 seconds. And Mercy is back to full strength. And now Pioneer on the penalty kill. And Pioneer is at full strength. And a shot gathered up and another shot by Millman. Piper Campbell is in a battle in the corner. Held in, squirted out into the neutral zone. Minute 49 left in the first. Pioneer 3, Mercy 0. Millman to Piper Campbell, but stolen away. Here comes Mercy into the Pioneer zone. Minute 30 left. A shot and deflected, and a save by Grand. Right through the crease, but gathered up by Natalie Millman. Here comes Millman. Gains the Mercy zone, and a shot just wide. And a penalty. So into the box, number 11 at 1:06. For 2 minutes. Pioneer 3. Olivia Andronopoulos takes the face-off. Pioneer wins. Back behind the goal. Grabbed by Drabeck and a shot just wide. Flynn feeding it back out. Through the crease. 38 seconds left in the first. Pioneer on the power play. And covered up by Rorick. 22 seconds left. Twenty 17 seconds. And a shot by Drabeck. and it bounced away. Squirts out in the neutral zone. Millman steals it. And there's the whistle. So at the end of the first, Pioneer 3, Mercy 0. 54 seconds left in the penalty to Mercy. Okay, so opening at 9:05, Natalie Millman scored the first goal. Then at 8:16, Millman again from Myers. And 4:37, Flynn from Portinga. So we have Pioneer 3, Mercy 0. Pioneer will be on the power play for 54 seconds. And the Pioneers skate out. And here comes Mercy. In to take the face-off, Piper Campbell. Flynn to her right. Olivia Andronopoulos to her left, with Drabeck and Millman behind. 15 minutes up on the board. Okay, at 14:34. Tripping penalty to number 10. Maddie Morgan for 2 minutes for tripping. So Mercy's down 5-on-3. Pioneer on the power play. 14:34. Millman to Drabeck. Back and a shot and a save by Rourke. $14:35. 9 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Pioneer on the power play, 14:10 on the clock. 11 is back. Now 5-on-4, covered up by Rourke. 13:59 with 1:21 left in the power play. Face off to Rourke's right in the far face-off circle. In to take the face-off is Piper Campbell. Pioneer on the power play, over to Millman. Shot and a score! So at 13:52, a goal by Natalie Millman. Power play goal. Pioneer 4, Mercy 0. In to take the face-off, Olivia Andronopoulos. Here comes Mercy. Right through the crease. Centering pass it missed. 13:40 left. Pioneer 4. Mercy 0. Mercy is shot. Grand to save. Behind the goal in the Pioneer end. Held in by Mercy. 13:02 left in the second. And a save by Grand. .43 left. A scrum for the puck in the near boards. Pulled away. Held in by Mercy, but squirted over the blue line and will have an offsides. Both sides changing. At 12:24 left in the second. Pioneer 4, Mercy 0. Piper Campbell in to take the face-off. Flynn on the boards. And grabbed by Mercy. And a shot just wide of the Pioneer net. Grabbed by Flynn. Into the neutral zone. And over into Mercy. And a shot by Piper Campbell. Covered up by Rorick. 11:48 left in the second. Pioneer 4. Mercy 0. Face off to the left of Rorick in the Mercy zone. Piper Campbell to take the face off. Grabbed by Millman. And the shot. And over behind the goal. Flynn and Mercy has it. Here comes Mercy, but stolen away by Piper Campbell. And Flynn brings it in, banks it off and into the Mercy zone, around the boards. 11:16 left in the second. Flynn has it. And over to Mercy and squirts into the Pioneer zone. Zoe Andronopoulos has it. And Zoe grabs it and sends it around the boards. .34 left in the first, or in the second, I'm sorry. Pioneer 4, Mercy 0. Grabbed by Avi Pertinga. And now back into the Pioneer zone, and we have icing. So 10:15 left in the second. Face-off will be in the far face-off in the Mercy end. Olivia Andronopoulos to take the face-off. Back into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Drebeck. And here comes Mercy. .9:52 left in the second. And we have icing. So 10:46 left in the second. Pioneer 4, Mercy 0. Both sides with a line change. Piper Campbell in to take the face-off. Natalie Millman to her left. Millman grabs it. Into the zone. And a shot and a score. Millman. So at 9:34 in the second. Natalie Millman, I believe it was unassisted. Yeah. And Millman grabs it again. And shot just wide. And a score at 9:09. Pioneers 6, Mercy 0. Grabbed by Flynn, gains the zone. .8:39 left. .8:12 left in the second. Pioneer 6, held in. And here comes Mercy, gains the zone, but grabbed by Flynn. Portinga. .736 left in the second. A save by Grand. Around behind the goal. Cleared out and shot across the boards. Grabbed it out into the neutral zone. and down into the Mercy end. 6:45 left. Pioneer 6. A shot by Piper Campbell. And a shot by Myers, and a save by Rorick. And here comes Mercy through the neutral zone into the Pioneer, being watched by Zoe Andronopoulos. And back out into the neutral zone. 5:59 left in the second. Zoe Andronopoulos has it. Banks it off the boards and shot back by Mercy. Piper Campbell grabs it. Shoots it out, but grabbed. Ava Drabeck. And a shot and a save. And a pile up in front of the Mercy goal. 5:29 left. Pioneer 6, Mercy 0. And we have a penalty to number 11 at 5:29. Mercy, number 11, and that would be Riley Hollis. 2 minutes. And now we have a second, number 22, also in the penalty box for Mercy. So 5-on-3 for 2 minutes at 5:29 in the second. Millman grabs it. Back to Olivia. Andronopoulos back to Millman. Right through the crease and a save. And it squirts out into the neutral zone. Gathered up by Ava Drabeck. Ava loses it. And a scrum in front of the penalty box. Gathered up by Flynn. And offsides. 4:47 left, a minute 18 in the 5-on-3. Pioneer 6, Mercy 0. In to take the face-off, Piper Campbell. Back to Millman. Grabbed by Piper Campbell. Here comes Portinga. And around behind the goal. And a save by Rorick. And it clears down the side. 55 seconds left in the penalties. Millman grabs it. Into the neutral zone. Here comes Millman and a shot. Just another shot right through the crease by Millman. 4:03, 4 minutes left, 31 seconds in the penalty. And cleared back into the Pioneer zone. Gathered up by Piper Campbell. 6 seconds left in the penalty. And cleared down the ice. And Mercy back at full strength. Pioneers 6. Mercy 0. 3:20 left in the second. Face off from the Pioneer zone to the right of Grand. 3:20 left. Pioneer 6. Mercy 0. And a shot and a save by Grand. Gathered up by Ava Drabeck. And a whistle. Interference is the call. 3:08. Pioneer on the penalty kill at 3:08. Olivia Andronopoulos grabbed the face-off, and the puck is spinning into the Mercy end. Olivia grabs it away from the Mercy player, and a shorthanded goal scored by number 11. Gabby Prince at 2:49. A minute 27 left in the penalty. Grabbed by Millman. Here she comes. Lost it. And grabbed by Olivia. And Millman has it back into the Mercy zone. A centering pass by Millman, grabbed by Olivia Andronopoulos. And around the back. And Olivia grabs it again. And a scrum in front of the goal. And back out. And a clearing pass into the Pioneer end. 45 seconds left in the penalty. Minute 50 left in the period. Pioneer 7. Mercy 0. 26 seconds left in the penalty. Pioneer on the penalty kill, but they got a shorty. Held in. And Drabeck has it. Send it back. And here comes Mercy. Blocked by Drabeck. Behind the goal. Pioneer back at full strength. A minute left in the period. Here comes Ava Drabeck. And the shot just blocked. And behind the goal. 45 seconds left in the period. And a shot and a goal. At 38 seconds. So it is. "29 seconds left in the second. Pioneer 8, Mercy 0. Face off to Grand's right. Back into the Mercy end. 7 seconds. And that's the end of the second. And Pioneer has won. And the best tradition in all sports, the post-game handshake. So in 2 periods, Pioneer wins, beating Mercy 8-0. This is James Wiseman with Jacob Andronopoulos on camera. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good evening.
Back into the neutral zone. Here comes Roberts into the zone, top of the near circle. Roberts comes in, goes back behind Cass, over to the far side, shot. Cass with the save, another save. 13:56 left to go here in the first. 1-0, Skyline with the lead. Face-off is going to be to Cass's left, and the far face-off circle DeYoung in to take the face-off versus Ward. As that drops in along the far boards, trying to feed it back deep is Stevens, right back behind Cass into the near corner. Nakashima with it there, trying to pull it away as Edwards, as Garcia had it for a moment. Now that puck outside the near circle, fed all the way back to the far point. Outside the Pioneer zone, bringing it ahead. Here comes Holt. Holt fires it before taking a heavy check. That rimmed all the way into the far corner. Garcia trying to pull it away. Stevens has it fed ahead. Bringing it down is Lucas Dion into the Pioneer zone. Into the far corner it goes. Lucas Dion back behind Cass into the near corner. Trying to pull that away in there. Sanborn trying to get it. Comutin was there trying to pull that back. Now into the far corner. Fed all the way back into the neutral zone. That'll go back into the Skyline zone, but icing called. Pioneer does get a line change, as you can change your lines on icing in high school hockey, not so in college, not so in the professionals. But a good opportunity to Pioneer to get some fresh legs out there. Comutin in to take the face-off. On the other side is Barnes, that to Cass's left. 13:06 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 Skyline with the lead here at the Arctic Coliseum. As the linesman comes in to drop the puck. That loose, trying to pull it away with Sanborn. That comes right back behind. The puck loose now in along the near boards. Held in, firing it back deep by Stouffer. In along the near boards. Trying to pull it the other direction. Pioneer, Sanborn feeds it down the far boards. Able to hold it in. Coming on the near side is Reichbart. Trying to get it is Wilkins. Wilkins poking away, now battling. Miller in there trying to knock it out. And it comes back over as Barnes, back behind the Pioneer goal. Fed all the way down the ice. Now Stouffer picks it up at his own blue line in along the far boards. Gets it over to Reichbart on the near boards. Here comes Pioneer, back over Comutin has it at the near point of his own zone, trying to avoid pressure. Barnes Moves that over, coming in Min with it, poked away. Good defensive play by Pioneer. Here comes Wilkins down the far boards. Wilkins, top of the far circle, loses the handle as that puck goes into the far corner. Brushed back, now grabbing at Min, fires it back into the neutral zone as it rolls on edge to the Pioneer blue line. Friedman moves it over, here comes Rowe. Rowe feeds it deep into the skyline zone, into the far corner it goes. Gathered up there by Roberts, the puck back behind. Pioneer chasing it, Sutton trying to get to it, comes outside the far circle. Now Ward trying to pull that away. The puck loose. Sutton battling, trying to dig against the boards, comes right back behind Wilson. Now on the near boards, here comes Skyline. They have the lead. Newton gains his own, top of the near circle. Newton goes back behind the Pioneer goal, feeds it onto the far circle. Picked back up by Hannas at the far point. Hannas puts it into the slot, that grabbed. Here comes Pioneer as Friedman gets it back out into the neutral zone. Hannas puts it back in along the near boards, trying to set things back up. Bringing it ahead is Moran. Moran backhands it towards the Pioneer goal, steered back behind by Cass. Out in front, that puck loose now, coming back behind. Here comes Yang. Good job by Cass to make a save. Intercepted, shot, another save by Cass. Oh, Moran got it right on the near circle, took a shot. Cass able to gobble that up and freeze it. 10:57 left to go here in the first. 1-0, Skyline with the lead. Face off in the near face-off circle. At to Cass's right as Lucas DeYoung in to take the face-off. And coming around, trying to get to it outside the near circles. Mutant took the face-off for Pioneer. Over to Newton, top of the far circle. Shot that goes wide. Nakashima trying to get to it. That pulled by Reese. Reese had it. There's a shot, save, and they scored. As shot from the far circle puts it in. Skyline goes up 2-0. That at the 10:37 mark. Skyline with the goal. The Pioneers a young team, but they are getting better. You can see it. And again, the mic not working. And I couldn't hear it. I couldn't see it as it was shot from the top far. So I believe that might have been Stevens with it, but that pulled back in. Racing it at Edwards, back behind his own goal. Nakashima trying to pull that away. Here comes the puck coming down as Reese gets it over. As that'll be offsides for Pioneer, trying to get it over to Yang. That tipped away. 10:21 left to go here in the first. 2-0, Skyline with the lead over Pioneer. Face-off comes outside of the Skyline zone in the far face-off circle. Mutant in there versus Barnes to take the face-off. As that puck right at the blue line, bringing it in. Here comes Garcia. Garcia with the shot. Saved by Wilson. The puck in along the far boards. And trying to pull that away was Min. On coming down, here comes Newton, ever dangerous. On the far circle shot that got deflected into the near corner. Roberts with it there, feeds it back behind. Along the near boards, here comes Newton. Newton comes high slot. Now trying to come his way in on the far circle. Newton with the shot blocker, saved by Cass. 10:51 left to go here in the first period. 2-0. Skyline with the lead. As that moved over to the far side as Nico DeYoung trying to bowl it in. Shot! Saved by Cass. 9:37 left to go here in the second. Puck right back behind as Nico DeYoung into the far corner sends it back to Newton, top of the far circle. Saved by Cass. That puck loose on the far circle. Barnes trying to get to it. That pulled away. Garcia trying to fire it down on the far boards. As that sent all the way down the ice on edge. Trying to get to it. Newton steers it into the far corner. So icing waved off. At pulled back. Now Min trying to get it out of the zone. Cycle back over. Newton has it outside the far circle. Newton fires it right in front of his own goal. Outside the near circle into the neutral zone. Friedman trying to pull it back in. Friedman battling a pair of Skyline Eagles. That fired all the way back down. They'll say it was tipped. No icing. And picked back up by Miller. Miller takes a check as he feeds it into the far corner. Ward dumps it back. Now here comes Pioneer, bringing it ahead is Wilkins. Wilkins goes over his own blue line. Wilkins over center ice, coming down on the far circle, through the slot. Shot! Save by Wilson. Good shot by Wilkins, back behind. Picking it up, coming the other direction with it is Hutton. As that held in by Pioneer underneath the far circle. Reichbart gets it outside the near circle, trying to shovel it ahead to Maw. And puck goes rimming all the way outside the far circle now. Pinned against there, Sutton trying to get to it. Held in at the far point by Reus. Pulled back over. Now sent back on edge all the way down into the Pioneer zone. Miller chasing it. Icing again waved off. They say it was tipped. Battle for it by Maw into the far corner. And fired. Save and up into the netting. 7:54 left to go here in the first. 2-0 Skyline with the lead. Pioneer face off in their own zone to the left of Cass in that far face off circle. Pioneer fans urge them and they give them as much energy and support as they can. Appreciate that. On in the face off versus Colton. There's a blue that got deflected along the near boards. Robert puts it up in center ice, trying to bring it back in. Armstrong into the near corner, Rowe chasing it. Lucas Young brings it right back in front, puts it. Coming in along the near boards, Kobe leads it. Now coming back, here comes Yang. Shot. Wilson with the good shot by Yang to put pressure on the skyline. Armstrong was right there for a rebound, but Wilson would not block. 7:58 left to go here in this first period. Face near off Lucas in there versus Armstrong. Armstrong to the right of the face-off circle. That is going to be Colton taking the face-off. That back to the near point as Edwards retreats into the neutral. Leads it down the far boards to Sanborn. Trying to bring it in was Yang. That pulled the other direction. Here comes Skyline as Roberts has it coming in. Shot stick away into the far corner. Armstrong brings it up the floor. It's Armstrong. That tipped into the neutral zone. Here comes Yang. Yang. Top of the far circle in the Skyline zone. Armstrong picks it up into the far corner. Armstrong back behind fire. Top of the circle forwards. That shot got blocked by Nakashima. Back behind his own goal from the near side to the far side. Newton stops there. Sets up shop. Now comes in along the near boards. Newton feeds it into the far corner. And brought ahead. Now here comes Steven down the far boards over center ice. Steven gains the Pioneer zone. Shot. Good block by Sanborn. Back behind Pioneer goal. Loose on the near circle. Here comes Newton. Good defensive play by Ward to knock it away. Reichbart has it, backhands it back into the Pioneer zone. Edwards has it in along the end boards. Feeds it over to Sanborn in the far corner. Trying to avoid incoming pressure by Hannes. That's right back behind Cass into the near corner. Hannes has it on the near circle. Gets it over. Shot by Moran. That got knocked down out in front. Shot on the edge of the crease. That deflected back into the neutral zone. Setting it up is Stouffer. Rimmed right back. Saved by Cass. Picked up back behind. Now in along the near boards. As trying to get it, Ward. Edwards now into the near corner, trying to peel that away. Quartet of players battling, coming in. Shot. And knocked back behind. Shot by Moran. Comes all the way outside the far circle. Trying to get it out. Down. There is going to be contact at the back of the head. 5:38 left to go here in the 2-0 Skyline with the lead. Hannes goes into the box, so Skyline penalty. I believe that's head contact at 5:38. Pioneer with their first power play opportunity. Comutin in to take the face-off versus pulled over, trying to get it versus Lucas DeYoung. The puck at the near point. Trying to cycle it back as Wilkins outside the near circle now. Here it comes down the near boards. Nakashima with it. Nakashima in the high slot. Great defensive play. Wonderful job sending it ahead. as Reese at it. That's ticked away into the far corner. Trying to pull it back. Sutton has it, top of the far circle. Sutton drops it over to the far point. Now coming over, Commute with the shot and Wilson with the save. 1 minute 30 seconds left to go here in the Pioneer power play. 5:08 left to go here in the first. Skyline up 2-0. Pioneer with an opportunity with the extra attacker. Co-Mutant again versus Lucas Dion. Sutton trying to get to a shot. And deflects back behind the goal. As Skyline putting it in along the near boards. That lifted and cleared all the way back. 1 minute 18 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play. 4:53 left to go here in the first. That brought ahead by Wilkins. Wilkins gets it over to Yang. Back to Wilkins. Wilkins with speed through center. Wilkins comes on the far circle. Wilkins into the far corner. Gets it back to Sutton. Back to the blue line. Now coming over. Shot by Rios. Out and they score! Pioneer puts it in. And they cut the lead 2-1. As it was a shot pulled back over. Believe that might have been Wilkins who tipped it in. We'll see if we can hear the announcer. But Pioneer gets on the board, cuts the lead in half. So that was Comutant putting it in. Rios with the assist, as that was at 4:34. Pioneer with the goal. And puck back behind Cass. That knocked all the way back to top of the blue line, or top of the far circle coming in. Knocked away from Reichbark. Here comes Pioneer getting it into the neutral zone. Ward feeds it back deep. That will be icing and come back into the Pioneer zone. 2-1. Pioneer with a power play goal cuts into the Skyline lead. 4 minutes, 7 seconds left to go here in the first. Face off to Cass's left in the far face-off circle. As Miller to the left of the face-off, it's Lucas Dion taking the face-off. Now Ward in the face-off circle for Pioneer. And fired all the way back. Rolling on edge into the Skyline zone. Gathered up back there by Roberts. Roberts has it underneath the far circle. Deflects it off the far boards. Over to Stevens, trying to hold it in Pioneer. And fired right back in by Miller. Gathered up back behind by Roberts as he's back behind Wilson. Puts it in along the near board. Steven goes over his own blue line. Stevens over center ice. Gets into the Pioneer zone on the far circle. Saved by Cass. Stevens with a shot from the far circle. Cass with a great save. 2-1. Skyline with the lead. 3:38 left to go here in the first from the Arctic Coliseum. Pioneer versus Skyline. Lucas DeYoung versus Co-Mutant. Co-Mutant, the Pioneer. The Pioneer goal scorer that comes in along. Newton firing it back into the Pioneer zone. That comes in along the near boards. Pioneer gets it outside the far boards. In along the neutral zone, swept back. Gathered up. Roberts has it over his own blue line. Trying to knock it away back there with Sutton loose. Here comes Sutton. Sutton trying to get around a number of Skyline players just coming off of the bench. Lucen coming in. Now that fired ahead by Moran. Nakashima with the shot. That comes over onto the far side. Maw has it outside the far circle. Sutton knocks it away. Now here comes Sanborn. Sanborn has it coming onto the near circle. That lifted all the way down the ice. That will be icing, but Pioneer gets a line change if they want. 2:49 left to go here in the first. Skyline up 2-1. Face off to Cass is right in the near face off circle. As Ma in to take the face off. Ward on the other side. And puck loose, trying to pull it ahead. Reichbark trying to hold it in now at the near slot. Firing it is Lexon. Here comes Pioneer as Armstrong has it down the near boards. Armstrong gains his own outside the near circle. Armstrong backhands it out in front. Wilson with the save, comes outside the far circle. Feeding it ahead was Hanas. Getting it in his maw. Maw makes a move. Coming in. Save by Cass. Another save. The puck loose in the slot. Trying to pull it away was Armstrong. Friedman chasing it. Goes into the far corner. Edwards trying to get it out of the far corner. He ends up in a heap with the Skyline player. Now that fired over by Hanna's. Shot from the far point. Deflected outside the far circle. Reichbark has it into the far corner, pinned there by Ward. The puck loose in along the near boards as that will be a whistle. As that will be interference, the call at 1:56. As Hanna's goes into the box. Pioneer with their second power play of the game. So cross-check called on Skyline. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That pulled back over coming in. Nakashima with the shot. Save by Cass. 1 minute, 51 seconds left to go here in the Pioneer power play. See if I can unplug and replug the computer. Face off in the near face off circle. Lucas Young trying to get it. Comutant brings it right back behind his goal. Feeds it in along the far boards. Here comes Pioneer. Bringing ahead is Armstrong. Armstrong gains his own. Armstrong. Now Sutton on the far circle. That goes right back behind Wilson. Trying to pull it away. Loose. Underneath the near circle. Pioneer has it at the near point. Feeding it back behind is Ress. Into the near corner. Now Cole Mutant back behind and along the end boards trying to get that away as pressure by Newton. Underneath the far circle. Right out in front. Shot by Armstrong. Still battling. They score it. Tie it up. Pioneer ties it up. As that was, I believe, Armstrong who put it in. 2-2 power play. 2 power play goals by Pioneer. So Armstrong put it in at 1:10. We're all up at 2 apiece between these two cross-town rivals. Go Mutant trying to get it. That pull back over. Sanborn chases it back behind his own goal, coming over and along the far board. Sanborn switches direction, trying to get it away. Less than 1 minute left to go here in the first. Armstrong gets it out, putting it into the Skyline zone. That sent the other direction by Maw. Now here comes Sanborn. Sanborn gains his own outside the near circle. Sanborn trying to pull it outside the near circle. Maw fires it ahead. Racing down is Min. Min gains his own, fires it back deep. That's sticked in along the far boards by Cass. Right back to the far point. Stuck into the far corner. Sanborn trying to pull that away loose as Maw sends it right back behind the Pioneer goal. Back to the near point to Hutton. In outside the near circle. Trying to fire it in front is Moran. Sanborn feeds it right to the blue line. Now coming ahead with it. Comutant trying to get it. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins, top of the near circle. Through the slot, rising shot. That just went above the crossbar. Back into the near corner it goes. Pioneer holds it in at the near point. Now it slips into the neutral zone. As Comutant trying to get to it. And that will do it for the first period. At the end of one period, it is Skyline 2, Pioneer 2. Let's play a little push on. We'll talk about what happened in the first. And we will be back with more Pioneer hockey. Let's see if and we'll have to restart that. at the first intermission as we had to restart Spreaker. Again, that connectivity getting us, but that's okay. So hopefully we have the audio going again. If it stopped, just restart it there. In the first, it started off with a goal by Skyline. Newton from Lucas Dion at 16-17. Then Skyline scored again at 10:37. I couldn't see. It was a group of people over on the far circle. Couldn't see who scored. Then it was a penalty to Skyline as Hannes went off for head contact at 5:38. Then it was a Pioneer goal as Comuton put it in from rest at 4:34. Then it was a penalty to Skyline as Hannes went out for interference. That at 1:56. And then it is at Pioneer scored as Armstrong put it in at 1:10. 17 minutes up on the clock, getting ready to go as they are resurfacing the ice. Let's play some messages from the MHSA. We'll be back with your second period action.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration,
cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As both teams coming back out onto the ice as we're approaching the second. Looks like maybe, by the way, if you're just listening to the audio broadcast, looks like we might have green on our connectivity right now on the video broadcast. We're going to keep our fingers crossed and do a little superstitious dance and do whatever we can. 4-leaf clover close at hand to see if we can keep that going. Of course, it's all Not much we can do except for live with what we got. 17 minutes up on the clock. 2-2 is our score. Skyline versus Pioneer. Skyline went up by 2 goals. Pioneer able to get 2 big power play goals to get back into this game, taking advantage of the special teams. Both squads gathered around their coaching staff, getting last-minute instructions. Pioneer going from right to left here in this second period. As coming out, Skyline, Lucas DeYoung in to take the face-off. Nakashima to his left, Stevens to his right. Wilkins in to take the face-off for Pioneer. Or no, excuse me, Ward to take the face-off for Pioneer. To his left, to his right. As the blue liners back behind our rests, as well as Friedman. The puck in along the far boards. Outside the far circle, controlled by DeYoung, whistle, and there is going to be a slash called. Penalty right off the bat, 9 seconds in. That is going to be Ward into the box for slashing at 16:51. As face-off, that's going to be to Cass his right in the far face-off circle. As Ma, the face-off, that into the far corner. Rest trying to get to it. Now bouncing puck, trying to pull it away. Ma loses his stick. Whistle and face-off. As that's going to be a high stick call. They'll come all the way back into the Skyline zone. Face-off is going to be to Wilson's left in the far face-off circle. Again, Ma in there versus Sutton for the face-off. That puck into the near corner, pulled back behind by Newton. Newton sets up shop there. Newton comes to the near side. Newton through the slot. Fires it down the far boards, bringing it in. Roberts feeds it to Ma in the slot. That poked away. Great job by Rest to make it difficult. Friedman chasing it onto the far circle. Comes back outside into the neutral zone. Skyline will have to reset as they bring it back into their own zone. Sutton trying to make it difficult over to Nakashima. Nakashima comes down the near boards over center. Nakashima into the Pioneer zone. Great job knocking that away by Rest, getting it right back into the neutral zone. Newton fires it right back behind the Pioneer goal. And it comes outside the near circle. Now Nakashima puts it into the far corner where Ma has it. On the far circle, that lifted and cleared all the way down by Sutton. As 50 seconds left to go in the Skyline power play. Quickly ahead to Nakashima. Nakashima comes in as Pioneer was making a change. That shot goes wide. Min chasing it to Min, took the shot. Good blocker save by Cass. Puck right back behind DeYoung trying to get to it. Now outside the far circle as that's Moran with a shot down. Steered back behind by Cass, grabbing it, and the puck or the net came off of its moorings as Cass came over, and they'll have to get that set back on. 28 seconds left to go in the power play. 15-19 left to go here in the second. All knotted up into a piece. Face-off in the far face-off corner. Lucas DeYoung versus Comutin. That back to the far point. Reichbart has it there. Reichbart gets it outside the far circle. Rowe trying to get to it. Here comes Lucas DeYoung. That goes right through the crease and all the way back out into the neutral zone. Chasing it back is Hutton. Wilkins trying to make it difficult. Then swung around by Wilson outside the far circle. Reichberg trying to get to it as Wilkins trying to pull that away. Now coming ahead with it is Moran. Moran gains the Pioneer zone underneath the far circle, trying to feed it ahead. Great job by Sanborn to knock that away, and that goes all the way back. Penalty is expired, so Pioneer back to full strength, and that leads to an icing, which will bring it right back into the Pioneer zone. Pioneer kills off the penalty. It remains 2-2 here in the second. 14:42 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That is Ward battling versus to the far point. Now top of the circle. That collected by Yang. Bring in along the near boards. Here comes Myers. Armstrong trying to get to it. Roberts brings it back in the zone. Now here comes Newton over the far circle, feeding it ahead. Nakashima has it top of the far circle. Shot there. Goes through the crease into the near corner. Picked up by Roberts there. Sanborn trying to pull it away. Ward battling in along the end board. Sanborn chasing. Trying to get it. Nakashima feeds it back to the far point to Newton. Newton trying to come in outside the far circle. Ward trying to pull it away from him. Now Ward into the far corner. And outside the far circle. Back to the far point to Newton. Newton. High slot coming in, feeds it out top of the near circle. Roberts' shot goes wide into the near corner. Roberts with it and loose into the near corner. 13:9 left to go. As that out in front goes off the side of the net, battle for it all the way back and cleared all the way down the ice. 13:40 left to go here in the second. 2-2 is our score. Face off, back in the Pioneer zone to Cass his right on that icing. As Barnes in to take the face off versus Comuton. That puck into the far corner. Comuton has it. Back underneath, pinned against the boards. Trying to pull it the other direction. That puck all the way back to the far point. Chasing it back over there is Stouffer. Stouffer back into his own zone. Stouffer into the near corner. Trying to avoid pressure by Garcia. Stouffer outside the near circle. Now Barnes in the slot. Garcia with a shot that just goes wide. Trying to pull the puck back behind. Now bringing ahead is Reichbark down the near boards. Chasing it ahead, trying to get to it is Min. Pioneer lifts it the other direction. Comuton outside the near circle of his own zone. Comuton cuts in front of Cass, now coming down the far boards. Tipped away, loose, and fired right back into the Pioneer zone. Miller backhands it. Back ahead, and here comes Comuton right at his own blue line. He feeds it down the near boards, trying to pull it ahead is Garcia battling Min. That grab by Reichbart right at his own blue line. Right at center ice, Min gathers it and gets it into the Pioneer zone, but offsides the call. 12:38 left to go here in the second. Knotted up at 2 apiece between Pioneer and Skyline. 2 early goals by Skyline had them out to a 2-0 lead. 2 power play goals by Pioneer. Able to get us back even. Face off outside of the Pioneer zone in the far face off circle. Looks like Ward in to take the face off. Wilkins to his left, Sutton to his right. DeYoung in to take the face off. Lucas DeYoung. Controlled by Nakashima. Nakashima gains the zone, poked away. Good job by Ward to knock that away. Still loose, now picked up. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins has it knocked away by Roberts. Roberts comes in at the near point. Sutton trying to make it difficult for him. That puck outside the near circle now comes in along the M board. Stevens has it there. Battle for it as it slips into the far corner. Lucas DeYoung gets it back to the far point to Newton. Newton with a shot. That goes just wide underneath the near circle. And again, that net will not stay in its moorings as nice little kick save just knocks it right off of its moorings. And they'll drop the puck again in the Pioneer zone. 12:07 left to go here in the second. Face off to the right of Cass. That comes back to the far point, but a whistle. And they'll redrop it in that far face-off circle. Ward in there versus Lucas DeYoung. And sent, gathered, and fired ahead by Rowe. Right to the far point, held in by Nakashima. Nakashima trying to feed it. Deep battle over there by Rez. Rez trying to pull it away. The puck, top of the near circle for Newton. Tipped away. Here comes Pioneer down the near boards. Racing ahead with it is Wilkins. Wilkins on the near circle. And good defensive play by Newton to knock it away. All the way back, trying to come ahead. Nakashima loses an edge. And battle for it right at the near point. Loose, trying to pull it away is Wilkins. Now Nakashima trying to get to it into the Pioneer zone. Whistle. Looked like a elbowing call. Pioneer is on the penalty kill. At 11:29, an elbow called as Rest goes into the box for 2 minutes. Face off in the near face off circle. DeYoung in to take the face off. So Pioneers shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. I believe that is Armstrong in to take the face off. Reichbart, high slot shot. Cass with the save, and they're able to put it in. As Skyline takes the lead back on a power play goal. As that looks like it was Lucas DeYoung on the goal. That at 11:22. Again, believe that was Lucas DeYoung. Face off right at center ice. Comutin in to take the face off. That puck back behind, pulling it in is Armstrong. Armstrong on the far circle. Armstrong into the far corner, trying to avoid pressure back there by Hutton. Trying to feed it out in front, pulled away by DeYoung. Lucas DeYoung over his own blue line. Lucas DeYoung gains the zone outside the near circle, into the near corner. Stevens trying to get to it. Comutin trying to knock that away. As the puck in along the M boards. Now trying to pull it back. Loose, goes right back behind Cass. Picked up there, trying to get it going the other direction is Edwards. Still battling back behind Cass. That puck loose. Saved by Cass back to the far point. Hutton has it there into the far corner. Now that lifted all the way back. That'll be icing. It'll come back into the Pioneer zone. 10:35 left to go here in the second. 3-2. Skyline with the lead. Face-off to Cass's right in the far face-off circle. As Maw in there versus Ward. That puck loose into the far corner as pulling it back behind. Trying to make a move with it is Moran. Moran has it. Now Maw back behind the Pioneer goal into the far corner. Ward feeds it ahead. Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins over his own blue line. Wilkins coming down the far boards. Wilkins trying to get around Roberts into the far corner. Wilkins and Roberts battling in along those far boards. Now that's pulled away. Coming ahead with it is Maw. Gaining the zone is Newton. Newton comes in. Shot. Saved by Cass. That puck back into the neutral zone. In along the far boards is Nico DeYoung. Feeds it ahead and gets it back. Nico DeYoung, top of the near circle. That feeds in along the M boards in the Pioneer zone. Friedman rims it around the boards, trying to get it over to Sutton. Battle for it outside the near circle. Newton holds it in at the near point. Newton, high slot coming in, backhanded shot. Saved by Cass. Loose, that comes top of the near circle. Pulling it over, Nico DeYoung has that blocked by Sutton. The puck at the near point, trying to pull it over is Maw. Maw into the slot, somehow kept it in the zone. Now over to Nico DeYoung into the near corner. Maw trying to feed it out in front. The puck on the near circle, banked and fired all the way down. That will be icing. Pioneer able to get a line change. 9:16 left to go here in the second. 3-2, Skyline with the lead. Here at the Arctic Coliseum. Face-off to Cass's left in the near face-off circle. Lucas DeYoung versus Comutin in the face-off circle. That puck into the near corner. Comutin trying to pull it away. Comutin back in along the M boards. Now trying to get it over on the near side. That puck outside the far circle. Trying to get it as Rowe. Pulled right back into the near corner. Here comes Pioneer down the near boards to the near point. Head fight back. Comutin underneath the near circle. Trying to bank it ahead. Now running ahead as coming in. It is And knocked away. Now coming back in along the end board. Fired all the way back into the far corner as Rez took a heavy hit in along the near boards during that last action. In along the near boards, Reichbark trying to get to it. Here comes Pioneer, and a penalty coming to Reichbark as Rez took a check going in. That's going to be interference. Pioneer on the power play. So at 8:27, Pioneer on the power play. They have 2 power play goals so far, looking to tie it up with the 3rd power play goal as Mutant has it into the near corner. Newton trying to get it out of the zone. That cleared all the way down the ice. That comes right back. Cass stops it underneath the far circle. Wilkins holds it back behind, trying to avoid by Wilkins comes to the zone blue line. Wilkins over center ice. Wilkins gains the zone near circle. Wilkins back behind the goal. Wilkins to the circle. Now holding it in, Yang at the far point. Yang puts it back into the corner. Mutant coming in. Shoot! And they score! Pioneer ties it up as Sutton puts it in. Mutant set it up and Sutton with the goal. And Pioneer back to even strength on the power play. Their power play has been fantastic. Mutant on the assist at 7:57. So goal by Pioneer here in the second. And we're all even up at 3 apiece. Face off right at center ice. Lucas Dion in taking the face off. Versus Ward coming back in. Pioneer tips it in along the near boards. As Sanborn trying to keep it out of the zone. That comes over right to the Pioneer blue line, trying to bring ahead down the near boards is Ward. Dumped back into the Pioneer zone outside the near circle. Sanborn battling there. That puck comes underneath the far circle. Ward trying to tip it out, comes off the side of the net. The puck back into the far corner. Nakashima trying to poke that away. Battle for it outside the far circle. Here comes Armstrong. Armstrong feeds it down, racing ahead. Yang trying to get to it. Newton pulling it back behind. Yang chasing Newton. The puck into the far corner. Pioneer able to come back and brought down the far boards. Roberts gets it ahead to Newton. Newton into the high slot. Newton comes over to the near side. Shot that comes back to the far point. Armstrong trying to get to it. Ward back behind Cass. That puck into the slot. Great job by Yang to pull that away. Here comes Pioneer. Armstrong down the near boards. Loses an edge. Ma trying to get the puck loose. That pulled in by Nakashima. Top of the near circle. Shot that got deflected. Good job by Sanborn to get in the way as Newton lifts it in along the end boards. Ma underneath the far circle. Ma trying to feed it into the slot. And puck out in along the end boards. Out in front. Cass with the save into the near corner. The puck right through the slot again. Cass able to get his hand on it. Able to glove it down as the Skyline player went over him. 6:31 left to go here in the second. 3-3 is our score. As we're knotted up in the second, 3-3. Face off in the Pioneer zone to Cass's left. As Ma in to take the face off. Mutant on the other side. Pair of 15s battling in the face off circle. That slips past Reichbart back into the neutral zone. Fired ahead by Hannas. That slips right back behind Cass. Gathered there by Friedman into the near corner. Rowe trying to dig it out of the near corner. That puck loose on the near circle. Now Hannas puts it right back behind the Pioneer goal. Trying to feed it out in front. The puck comes into the far corner. Picked up there. Now coming ahead with it is Sutton. Sutton down the far boards. Drop pass. Here comes Mutant through the neutral zone. Poked away. Mutant that fired in by Wilkins as the puck into the far boards. Sutton trying to keep it in at the far point. Feeds it over high slot. Now top of the near circle. Mutant firing it. Grabbing it. Sutton through the slot. That knocked away. Went off of a Skyline player's skate and fed down the far boards. Bringing ahead is Moran, who dumps it deep right back behind Cass into the near corner. Rowe picks it up there, coming from the near side of the far side. Rowe coming down the far boards, drops that off to Sutton. At loose, Comuton feeds it down the neutral zone. Now racing in. There's a shot by Comuton that comes outside the near circle. Battle for it there. Reichbart leaves it and fires it all the way back into the neutral zone. Rez fires it down the far boards. Rez put in, heavy check. As that puck grabbed by Wilson and frozen there. 5:07 left to go here in the second. 3-3 is our score here from the Arctic Coliseum. As that's going to be a penalty to Skyline. Nakashima into the box. Believe that would be roughing, but we'll see. And at 5:07. Pioneer back on the power play. Face off. So charging the call. Face off in the far, face off, circle the puck outside now. Fired all the way down by Skyline, back into the Pioneer zone. Racing ahead as Lucas DeYoung trying to get to it, the battle in along the end boards. Pioneer trying to dig it away. Now Wilkins comes in along the near boards. Here comes Wilkins. That pull back, Wilkins traveling through traffic. Lucas DeYoung puts it right back into the Pioneer zone. Now Miller in along the near boards trying to feed it ahead. Here comes Pioneer. Into the neutral zone it goes. Armstrong trying to get to it now. Sutton. Sutton comes down the far board. Sutton goes over center. Sutton gains the Skyline zone. Sutton has that tipped away outside the near circle. Sutton loses an edge, goes into the boards. He looks like he's okay. That puck back to the near point. Rez with it. Rez getting it onto the near circle. Now that pulled all the way back. Here comes Newton racing back to get it. Wilkins gets in front. Wilkins grabbing it the other direction. Wilkins goes over his own blue line. Wilkins gains his own. Wilkins add in along the end boards as Roberts, that fed all the way around by Newton. Here comes Skyline. Great poke check by Rez, but fed ahead. Here comes Maw. Maw with the breakaway and a save by Cass. 3:51 left to go here in the second period. Well, good poke check as they were leaving the zone, but unfortunately that left the person who had the puck to drift back beyond the Pioneer defense. The puck came over to the far side, and they were able to fire it ahead. Maw got a breakaway. Great save by Cass. Face-off on the far face-off circle. 44 seconds left to go in the Pioneer advantage. Bringing ahead, here comes Pioneer. That knocked back. And Skyline really amping up their special teams on this penalty kill. Friedman has it outside the far circle. Friedman in along the end boards. Puts it over to Sanborn in the near corner. Sanborn feeds it over to Friedman on the far circle. Friedman over to Sanborn, over his own blue line. Sanborn coming down the near board. Sanborn trying to dump it deep. That got stuck in a pair of skates, as that was men's skates. Pinned in against the near boards now. Reichberg trying to pull it. As they pull back, trying to grab it. There is Ward trying to pull it away. That lifted back. Penalty upcoming. 3:09. As that's going to be a Pioneer penalty. Ward in the box. So we'll have 2 minutes. So that will be 2 seconds of 4-on-4. And then Skyline with a power play. Yeah, Caleb Williams wins the Heisman Trophy. Hopefully no recording that. And tip away, bringing it ahead. Here comes Wilkins in along the far boards. That fed in by Rowe. Racing to get it Yang. That last outside the far circle. The Skyline the full strength. They have a power play on the far circle shot. Hey, by Cass. 2:49 left to go here in the second. All knotted up at 3 apiece. 1:40 left to go in the power play to Skyline. Face-off is to Cass's right in the far face-off circle. Now Mutant in to take the face-off. Sanborn and Sutton to the left. Maw on the other side. Newton has it at the far point. Shot, they score. Newton from the far point. There was a lot of traffic out in front. I don't think Cass, he was screened. I don't think he could even see that. Power play goal. I know Newton had the original shot. I'm not sure if he was the one, if anyone tipped it out in front. And of course, it cuts out every time the young gentleman across the way. So it was assist by Newton. I'm not sure who tipped it out in front. Face off right at center ice. 4-3. Skyline with the lead. The puck in along the far boards. And that pulled away. Coming ahead with it. Here comes Mutant. Mutant on the far circle. Mutant with a rising shot. And that glove down by Wilson into the far corner. Trying to pull it ahead. Newton picked up by Nakashima. Nakashima feeds it over to Stevens. Stevens gains the zone. Stevens top of the near circle. Good save by Cass. Into the near corner as Lucas Dion feeds it right back behind. And puck in along the far boards. Wilkins trying to get to it. That back over to Reichbark at his own blue line. They still have the penalty up on the board, but it has expired. The puck back tipped away. Pioneer with it outside the far circle as Wilkins trying to get it back over to Rez. Rez holds it in back over to Wilkins outside the far circle. Wilkins trying to get it in along the end boards. Newton pulls it away there. Newton banks it off of the near boards. Coming off the bench and tipped away over to Nakashima. Here comes Skyline. Nakashima back to Newton. Newton in the high slot. Shot! That one deflects off of the boards outside the far circle. Maw with it there. The puck loose now, pulling it away. Mutant ahead to Sutton. Here comes Sutton over center ice. The puck outside the far circle. Reichbark has it there, puts it up, and that back into the neutral zone. Mutant right in front of the scores box. Trying to feed it in. Reichbark right at the blue line, and that will be offsides as delayed offsides called. 1 minute, 21 seconds left to go here in the second. 4-3, Skyline with the lead. Face-off will be outside the Skyline zone in the far face-off circle. As Maw in there versus Ward, the puck right at the blue line, bringing it in. Here comes Garcia, that fed in along the boards. Back behind. And to pick it up back there is Holt, now brought all the way down the ice. Sanborn has it, goes in front of Cass. Sanborn trying to feed it the other direction. The puck back into the neutral zone. Under a minute left to go. Reichbark has it in along the near boards. Trying to tip it away, that puck loose. Cass covers it up. Well, he had Hanas bearing down on him. Wise decision to just cover it up. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. Well, Cass also a very, very good baseball player, and if you want to help out Pioneer Baseball, check out their Twitter as they are doing a Christmas tree cleanup fundraiser for Pioneer Baseball, so please check that out. It's also on the Pioneer Athletics website, and sign up and get your live Christmas tree taken care of by the baseball team. That puck loose, trying to bring it in as Sanborn. Sanborn feeds it in. Delayed offsides. Pioneer has to touch up. Armstrong comes right back in to try and get to it. Here comes Newton over his own blue line. Newton over center ice. Newton feeds it all the way back in along the end board. Sanborn chases it back behind Cass. 25 seconds left to go here in the second. 4-3. Skyline with the lead. Here comes Armstrong down the far boards, tipped away from him. Nakashima trying to feed it the other direction, loose. Now that pulled ahead. Newton down the near boards. 10 seconds left to go. Newton outside the far circle. That deflected back behind Cass. In along the far boards, grabbed there. Trying to feed it out in front. That goes into the near corner. That will do it for the second period. At the end of 2, It is Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. Let's play push on, and we will be back for the third period.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse officials. So before you blow something about that next call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQ. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the HSA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Sport participation is for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and of educational athletics.
Can you find information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the Health and Safety page of the MHSA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as benefits available for our students. It's all on the Health and Safety page of MHSA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The game brings us to sports. Players, coaches, spectators, officials. For a way to stay played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we need new officials. Now at MHS.com, a message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Well, we want to congratulate the Pioneer women's hockey. They beat Mercy and beat them. Mercy is normally a very, very good team. They're young, much like this Pioneer team, and Pioneer women really clicking along. So make sure if you can get out to see them. They play at Vets for their home games, and a couple games coming up. They have a game at Eddie Edgar Ice Arena tomorrow that we will have a broadcast for, so you can check that out. I believe it's 3:30, but don't quote me on that. Action in the second. It was a Pioneer penalty that the ward for slashing. It's 61. That was an elbowing at Wonderez for Pioneer at 11:29. And it was a goal by Skyline as Lucas Young put it in at 11:22. And then it was penalty to Skyline. Right back went off for interference at 8:27. There was a Pioneer goal. Sutton from Comuton at 7:57. That nodded off at 3. Then a penalty to Skyline for charging at the Nakashima at 5:07. Then a Pioneer penalty on a cross-check award that at 3:09. Skyline had a goal. Didn't hear who put it in, but it was an assist from Newton. Newton fired it from the far point, and it was tipped before going in. Might have been Roberts, not sure, but that was a 2:44, and that's where we stand as it is Pioneer down 1, so Skyline 4, Pioneer 3. Let me pull up our upcoming schedule here, as James Wiseman will be on the call tomorrow for Pioneer women's hockey. That will be, let's see, Sunday. That will be versus Livonia Stephen. It is 3:30 at Eddie Edgar Ice Arena. On Monday, we will upload the Michigan Women's Hockey Coaches Show. That's typically we meet with Coach Tribbs about 6 o'clock, so I should have it up by 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at the latest. She's got to get to practice at 8 o'clock. We will have our first Pioneer women's basketball games on the 13th. I believe we should be able to do both the JV, which is at 5:30, and the varsity at 7 o'clock. Looking forward to that. On the 14th, again, James Wiseman will help us out by calling the women's hockey versus Skyron. That will be at 5 o'clock at Vets. That on the 14th, and we will have men's hockey versus Bedford 7:30 at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube. I will be on that call. Then on Thursday the 15th, Pioneer women's hockey will be versus Livingston at the Kensington Valley Ice House. That is a 5:30 game. I believe we should be able to do that one. I think I'll be able to get through my work and get out there if at all possible. We'll that game Thursday 5:30, and it will be on Friday. We have basketball in one next week. The calendar and broadcast out to Pioneer or Eastern Michigan. But it looks as far as basketball playing West George Irving at 6 over on the campus of EU, which is good.